I have a few videos I want to talk about. Okay. I have a few videos I want to talk about. Before I talk about this is a thing where, you know, sometimes some people live in a world where they don't understand what's the real world, right? What do I mean by that? I mean that in this world, there will be good and bad people, no matter the group. Okay. There are good, bad adults, right? There are bad kids, good and bad kids, right? There are good and bad white people, good and bad black people, good and bad Asians, good and bad women, good and bad men. You can name a group, and there will be bad people and good people within that group. So that is the realization that you cannot say all men are bad or the majority of men are bad. The majority of women are bad. The majority of white people are bad. The majority of black people are bad. The majority you don't have no stats on that. You To be honest, you have more stats to counter it, right? Let's say something that a lot of women love to use, right? The majority of uh violent crimes are committed by men. Yes, I agree. But by the same token, the majority of violent crimes are committed by men. It's not the same thing as majority of men commit violent crimes. That's not the same thing. Okay. Usually these stats show what? 300,000, right? 300,000 men. Okay. 300, 400. Let's say even 500,000 men. Of a population of what? 165 million? That's a drop in the bucket. That is not that's not even on the radar. Okay. In the US alone, majority of men don't commit crime. Majority of men don't commit violent crimes. So I just wanted to talk about that. I believe in society more, right? I have more optimism, but it's not like I'm delusional. Okay. There's a chance where you go outside and you could get killed, right? By something terrible, by someone terrible. It's the world we live in. The world we live in isn't a utopia. It isn't like, sunshines and flowers. It isn't. To one realize that yes, we don't live in a 100% safe world. We don't. But you know, don't think that everything in the world is dangerous. It's kind of the same token, right? To understand that you be cautious, understand that the world isn't safe. Not everyone is a good person, but not everyone is a bad person too. I just want to preface that before we watch these couple videos, right? I'll talk about it more.
And he says, I've done something very, very bad. Very bad. I did something terrible. And this is the last time you'll ever talk to me. You'll see me on the news, but I am not going to jail. I'm not going to jail for the rest of my life. So he goes to his father's house, which apparently is currently in probate. His father's deceased, and there's a friend staying there. When he gets to the house, he immediately goes into a shed. Deputies now are tracking Jason. We set up a perimeter and start yelling for Jason to come out of this shed, which is adjacent to the home. And the deputies hear a single gunshot. When we make entrance into the shed, we find that Jason has shot himself in the forehead, and he too is deceased. I want you to think about this a minute. As the investigations unfolded during the night, and we're still in the preliminary stages, and as I always say when we talk soon, whatever we give you today is subject to modification. We found a note that at some time in the past Crystal wrote, and it was open, where she told Jason, you're drinking, you're using cocaine again, this is not the way the family should be, you need God. Crystal, by the way, goes to church every Sunday. We don't know when she wrote the note. It's not dated, there's no time, there's no indication, but it was open. So did she write it? as they argued earlier in the evening, or had it been some period of time? We can't determine that. We also were able to talk to the 12-year-old, our Christmas miracle. She said, I begged him, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, and he shot me anyway. This is things that are never supposed to happen. New York.
That's the stepdaughter. It sounds like by what he said, the stepdaughter is alive. Hopefully, I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I want to preface this, right? This man is the disgusting man, a weak, disgusting man. Okay. He didn't kill her because he was angry about anything on about football. No, he killed her because he was a weak man. He was hopped up on alcohol and drugs. He was mentally unstable man. Right? He's a weak man. So it doesn't mean that she deserved anything. Okay, I'm gonna preface what I said. This man is 100% disgusting. He deserved. I mean, like, I don't. I mean, like, it's not like I don't think he deserves. He does. He doesn't. I mean, it's not like I don't think he deserves death. He does. I just don't think that he deserves it by his own hands. Right? You need to suffer through it because of your cowardness. But this is also want to say, right? Because we're gonna see other videos pretty much pertaining to this. You heard that she knew this man was a red flag. You heard that she knew this man had vices. I'm sorry, okay? I get it. Uh, death do his part, through thing that sickness but this is a thing. I'm pretty sure this man has shown violence. I don't I don't hold it to a woman that leaves a man who he is. Um, when he's sick, right? When a man is like cancer, that would be low. She'd leave. When a man is sick by his vices, no, you should leave him. Man that's drinking, a man that's on drugs, that's a man that's dangerous. That's a person that is dangerous. Okay? You're mentally unstable, you're mentally ill on these drugs, these the alcohols, all this stuff. No, I would support it. Leave him. I get it, I mean, she is a stepdaughter, so I don't know. I didn't dig into it, but he's not your first. So this is the thing where there's things where I always think that women leave for stupid reasons, but leaving for these types of reason, a man cheats on you, abuse you, is mentally unstable. Okay, yes, leave. I'll support it. I won't be like like other male content creators say. No, you got to stay with him. No, because that is a dangerous man. Right? That's a dangerous man. That's an immoral man. You should not be staying with an immoral man. You shouldn't, because that's a ticking time bomb. It's a ticking time bomb. An immoral man is just one immoral act away from, something really terrible, something that actually can affect you to a high degree, which in this case, it affected her to a degree that left her dead. Possibly, I don't know, but could have left her stepdaughter dead too. I mean, her daughter dead. Her daughter. This is a thing where I have heard some stories, right, of some women. I know a story of a particular woman who stayed with a man for 10 years. Throughout those 10 years, he was abusive to her. Throughout those 10 years, he was abusive to her. She had, I think, 5 kids with him. All his kids, 5 kids. 10 years of abuse. That abuse ended in her death. This is the thing where women leave men on so easily, right? Men that don't make them happy, can't communicate. Like you hear the stories of how women leave them. But yet, leaving toxic men seems to be the hardest thing women can do. And it's just like, this is not me victim blaming necessarily, but again, this is accountability. I will be consistent with accountability. You knew this was a dangerous, terrible man. You should have left. You should have left for your safety and for your children's safety. Okay?
Even as a married man, I gotta say, ladies, just stay single, bro. It is a danger for you to be married. These men don't care about your life. These men don't care about your safety. Just stay single, bro. Over a football game, over a football game. And before a black man come in here and be like, bro, this in the white community, man, this in the black community too. What dudes that took a woman's life for less. These black boyfriends take their girlfriend's life. These black husbands take their goddamn wife life. It happens every day in our community. These men are unhinged, bro. We need another flood. We need another flood. These dudes don't value life. They don't value your life. They make you false promises. I will love you and protect you through sickness and health, for better or worse, through richness and the poorness, and then take your goddamn life away. So stay single. Get y'all money, travel the world, go get you some new experiences, right? And as far as that marriage stuff, that's dead in the water. Cause these men don't know how to love no more. Matter of fact, you got dudes on the goddamn TikTok every day. I come across new posts every day of a dude talking about being a provider is a scam. That right there is a devil too. Any man who's saying being a provider is a scam is a devil too. Leave him alone too. Cause he'll probably take your life too. Man, hey, stay single. Even as a married man, I gotta say,
You know, my problem is the inconsistency in the logic. As a married man, women, you should stay single. Do you include yourself into this, into your advice to women? Would you advise your wife to leave you right now because you're so dangerous, right? Because you're dangerous, or are you the exception? So now you're the exception because it sounds like you're saying all men are dangerous, right? It sounds like you're saying all men are dangerous, yet you don't include yourself into this. This is the inconsistency in panderer's logic, okay? Your logic doesn't make sense because it's not consistent. You said men are dangerous. Okay. Does that include you? Does that include you? Oh, no, that's not me. Oh, so men are not dangerous? No, men are dangerous. Then does that include you? See, that's the logic. No, not all men. Oh, so not all men are dangerous. But you're saying all women should stay single now? No. I mean, yeah, all women. Oh, so you're talking about your wife? No. See, this is the thing where it's the inconsistency. This is why it's low IQ. Okay, when your logic cannot be consistent, you can break it apart. Right? You can break that logic apart. Right? Now, so it's not all men, it's not all women, it's not all men are dangerous. It's not all women should stay single. Okay, then what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about then? And again, this man, this stupid ass pandering man, didn't even get the story right. It's not over a football game. This man was mentally unstable, hopped up on drugs, hopped up on alcohol, right? And he was mentally stable, added on, he was an abusive type of man. And I guarantee you, maybe, I don't know, right? Maybe he was a provider type man. Right? So really, that just destroyed your argument even more. Made your argument even weak because you don't know much of that story. This is the thing why I said it, right? Yes, there are terrible men out there. There are terrible, terrible men. I don't disagree. But I disagree that all men are terrible. I disagree that majority of men are terrible because there's no proof of that. The majority of divorces don't end in abuse, right? They don't, the majority of reasons of marriage ending is lack of communication, lack of, emotional connection. That's the majority. So by this idiot's logic, most divorces should be ending in abuse, right? because men are dangerous. All men are terrible, right? And yet there's no stats that show that. I agree. I agree. Men can be and are they have the potentiality to be dangerous, but I have plenty of videos, plenty of proof that women abuse men. Women attack men, women harm men. But I'm not trying to say that all, women are dangerous or women just like, stay single men because no. I get it. They're bad women and they're good women. Everyone, right, has the potentiality to be dangerous, to be harmful. Maybe men have a higher potential for it. I don't disagree with that. But again, you know, this is why I see the amazingness of men because they control themselves. And that's what I promote, right? Have some discernment, have control. I'm tired of these stupid ass men just painting up like it's like where's your actual logic? Okay? I don't disagree that there are terrible men, but let's have accountability. Okay? One, he is a disgusting man. Two, not all men are like that. Three, she chose this man and stayed with this man. Okay? Plain and simple. In today's day and age, no one is forced to stay with anyone, not even in marriage. Right? You could have left anybody whenever you want.
I don't keep secrets for abusers. Isaac and Moore, brand by Isaac Moore of Houston, Texas, assaulted me yesterday. He brutally assaulted me yesterday. He was my boyfriend for the past year and he beats women. I don't keep.
I don't, you know, I do think that men that abuse women are terrible men. They are disgusting men. This is why I said this. Like we should bring back. I mean, I don't know if we ever had it, but we should have lashes, right? You abuse people, you hurt other people, right? Then you should get whipping. You should be whipped. You should be whipped. Right? You should get lashes. Right? That maybe that's an equivalent crime, but I don't know, right? Did she report the police officer? Maybe she did, right? We'll see. I have a couple of videos of her right now. We'll see. But okay, I mean, we'll see. But I do want to say this, right? I never understand why women desire to get with, um, again, the man she's talking about is like a fashion designer. Uh, guy's getting pretty big. At least I've seen his Instagram. He's given design, products for like Usher and some celebrities and stuff. I just never understand why women choose to be with these, I don't know, men in the entertainment and art field. I don't know. I just think that that is not a healthy field to date in, my opinion.
Nah, Isaac, turn them comments back on. Turn them comments back on. You can't run from this one. So this is Sarah. Sarah says Isaac brutally attacked her, all because she pulled up to his house, as a girlfriend should, unannounced, and it was a woman in there. I don't know why y'all think y'all can hide on social media and still have a brand, still have a following, still do the things you do after y'all commit these types of crimes. For one, if you get caught cheating, you supposed to be apologizing and explaining, not beating and bruising. Even in her video, as she talking with a busted lip, bruised up, she was really proud of you, dude. Like she really seemed like she was genuine and her feelings for you was genuine. But what I'm gonna need you to do is stop trying to protect that brand, turn them comments on, or just get off TikTok, man, because they coming and there's nowhere you can hide. Once these TikTok folks, Instagram once they find you, it's a wrap. You might as well face the music.
I mean, the guy still has like I think 100K followers, so he still has followers. To be honest, it's like, if he's going, to I mean, like I would not be surprised these men with money that cheat. I'm just surprised. Why would you even need to, I don't know, hurt her, abuse her, right? Just like, okay, we're done. You can go, right? It's not that big of a deal, right? I don't know. It's just, it's one thing you can't control yourself in lust, but now you can't also control yourself in violence. It's sad. It's ridiculous.
And we really got to stop victim blaming whenever somebody chooses to come online and tell their side of the story. So y'all asking Sarah, okay, how we know this true? How we know he didn't do it? The proof is in the pudding. The man won't even turn his comments on. You get what I'm saying? And his comments are not going through. I don't know what part of that y'all don't understand. Let me tell y'all something. In media, like with high class people, they are trained to ignore conflict because they know people's attention spans.
Yeah. I mean, I think this man is like, I looked at his Instagram. He hasn't posted in a while. So I'm pretty sure he's trying to lay low for this thing to die over. This is a little bit old news, right? It's like a couple months ago, right? I just want to include this in, along with those other videos, is that I'm not, this is a thing where I'm, I'm not saying that women, bad things don't happen to women. I agree. They do. Right. I don't promote it. For me, it's like this whole thing, victim blaming. I'm sorry. I mean, man, the man didn't even spell it right. But, my thing is that at the end of the day, you don't deserve it, but you chose that type of man. It's hard for me to believe. Now, they've been together for a year, she said, right? Still, it's hard for me to believe that this man didn't show some toxic mentality throughout that year. Okay. It's hard for me to believe it. I mean, again, women don't, I mean, when you actually, I mean, I'm not talking about her particularly, but when you hear women's story, you pick up a lot of red flags. When they actually tell the story of their life, their relationships, you will hear the red flags. You will see the points where, oh, I saw it. Yep, that one. Yep, that one. Right? You would see that. You would see uh the things that show you that, you know what, he is a terrible man, or whatever. So, because that's, again, I promote accountability. I don't think that she should have been dating. It's like, my thing is that I don't believe, um, all wealthy men are terrible men. I'm not going to say that, but I believe a lot of times, because men are top tier, right? You're picking top tier men, wealthy men, good looking men, men with whatever, good genetics, charming, whatever. You will then ignore red flags. That's the thing. Okay. I'm not saying that all good looking men, all tall men, all athletes, all wealthy men are terrible. No. I'm saying because of that glitz and glamour, or whatever special they have, whatever makes them top tier men, it puts a veil, right, over your face. So you would then ignore potential red flags that you wouldn't have ignored if he was an average to below average man. You would notice the red flags a whole lot quicker. I believe this is the thing where, if you hear it, right, this is why, in my personal opinion, it takes women longer, or it's harder for women to leave toxic men, because these toxic men had such these rare superficial traits. In my honest opinion, these are rare traits: being wealthy, good looking, charming, other kind of good genetics, right? Height, stuff like that. Those are rare traits. Okay. Usually those are like 20% of the population have maybe any one of those traits. And if they have multiple of those, and they have many of those traits all at once, man is a 1% man. So I wouldn't be surprised that women will then ignore, let's say he yells a lot. Let's say he drinks a lot. Let's say he does, you know, um, kind of, you know, just he does bad things, but you ignore it because he's a rare man.
Are short. They have this philosophy that if they ignore you long enough, it'll go away. I chose to speak up for Sarah because it didn't seem like she had a big enough voice and a platform on here to get the word out. So I used my platform to do that for her. This be the main reason why victims don't come forward with a lot of their stories and they sit back and deal with the trauma by themselves, because every time they bring their trauma to people that they think care, they get laughed at and talked about for the same thing that's hurting them on the inside. I have a daughter, I have a sister, I have a grandmother. As a man, sometimes it's our duty to speak up, even if we didn't have nothing to do with it. That's what you call actually being a man. If somebody lied on me, especially to the extent of what this is, I would be online immediately clearing my name and offering up proof as to what happened, not staying in the shadows, being quiet, and being professionally media trained. Y'all better start peeping the signs, man. And we really gotta.
What the fuck? I really don't understand it. Yes, I called the police. I made a police report, and baby, I'm following that police. Never trust a man. Listen here. My friend was telling me, she said, one thing a man will do is embarrass you.
This is something I always like to say. Okay, be specific. What man is embarrassing you? Oh, the man you chose. The man you chose. Be more specific. Because is that random man on the street embarrassing you? You don't know him. You don't want him. You didn't choose him. So how is he embarrassing you? Be specific. This is why I'm sorry why I victim blame. Because it's like no accountability whatsoever. You chose that man. No one forced that man onto you. No one forced you to pick that other man, right? No one forced you to pick the other man. No, you picked the man that you picked. You picked the man that that left you the state you are in.
A man will embarrass you, honey. He's going to say the worst things about you. Because, yes, that's what I mean. Damn, he said the worst stuff about me. I am stalking him. He never told me where he lived. We wasn't in a relationship. He said I was just a little buzzed down. He would come over here and have his way with it. He said, yeah, I go over there and I just do what I need to do. What? Yeah, like, and you could be cheating. That's fine. But you ain't got to beat me up. You ain't got to do this to my face. This is a bit much.
True, right? I mean, hopefully she could prove it, right? Hopefully she could prove it. Hopefully, I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't really know. My thing is, again, this is like little bit old, right? This is like about November or so. I mean, not crazy old, not that old, but I haven't heard there's no updates or so. That's why I take everything with a grain of salt. I don't believe anybody, right? I just don't blindly believe people.
Yeah, he turned off his comments. But I want to make he narcissistic as fuck. Because when I tell you, so let me tell y'all, so this is what I learned today. So the woman, so about a week ago, he was calling me, telling me about this truck that he was going to get me, an Escalade. There was this truck he was going to get me. And then I was like, when you? He's like, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to surprise you. So that was, I think, last Monday. And he called me and said something happened where he couldn't get the truck, but he was going to try to do by the end of the week. So when I went to his house, there was an Escalade in his driveway, a brand new Escalade. So I'm like, okay, so you got the truck and didn't say nothing. And his other cars weren't there. So when I pulled up, I was a little disturbed, like, what's going on here? Like, I don't see his other cars. He has a Corvette and a Suburban. And I didn't see those, and I just saw that Escalade, and I know I didn't get, he had ghosted me all that week. I hadn't heard from him all that week. So my intention when I went to his house was to amicably end my relationship. But I wanted to do it in a way that left the door open for like a genuine friendship. Because I was like, okay, we don't match as a couple. We don't communicate the same way. Our lifestyles don't match. You're inconsistent. I really would like to end this with you. But I wanted to do it in person because we've broken up in the past, but it'll be like a heated breakup, breaking up over the phone and hanging up in the face and, didn't talk for a couple of days, that type of breakup. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have like a real end. Like in my soul, I knew I was done. So I went over there to talk to him in person, and this man came out acting like I was a stranger, and there was a whole other woman there. So the whole time they had a whole other relationship. But he was abused with his ex. What the fuck?
Okay. I mean, again, I guess it is what it is. It is true, right? There are stats that show that women are more likely to be harmed by their partner than anyone else. But this is also why I wish women would be better at choosing men, right? They have more caution, more discernment, more like value something different. Okay. In my opinion, I mean, I've never heard of it, right? I never heard of a truly mentally stable man, a truly good man, a man that understands his flaw, a man that's emotionally intelligent, a man that's actually intelligent, a man that has his shit together, that is all of a sudden, you know, a violent man. Now, is it possible? I mean, almost anything is possible, right? I think it's improbable, but again, it's my this is what I think. I don't have no studies or stats on it, right? But this it's another thing where I'm not saying that the other guy the the other guy said, "Oh, women stay single." Great. I mean, I don't. I'm not here to say. I'm not here to force women. Oh no, don't stay single. Get in families, have kids. No, no, stay single. Right? If that's what you want, if you think men are dangerous, if you're scared of men, live your life by it. Then, right? Stay single. Stay forever single. Focus on your money. Focus on yourself. Travel the world, like he said. Go for it. I'm more saying that if that's your opinion, right? Right? If that's your opinion, be consistent. That's why I was talking about him. Okay. I don't think I don't necessarily think women should stay single. I think women should pick better. I think women should pick better. Okay. I think women should stop ignoring red flags. I think women should make the best. I get it. Okay. Love can blind you. I don't disagree. Love can 100% blind you. My problem is that then you don't understand that because love has blinded me. If you watch my stuff before, I've told you stories of my exes and stuff, and you know I was stupid. So, but I don't blame her. I blame myself for allowing the stupidity. So that's my thing. Where if you allow the stupidity, who can you blame but yourself, right? I will take the blame myself because I allowed the stupidity. I was acting stupid. I got terrible results. It's my fault. So, I don't know. That's just how I go about it. But what do you guys think?